Today's the finale of the Wes Anderson series. I have spoken about all 11 movies of his, and today I got the pleasure of watching the movie that we're talking about today, which of course I went to the theaters. I did me a little Josue festival. I literally spent the whole day in the theaters watching movies. I took the day to just sit down, see about 3 movies, and just was like happy just being in the theater watching movies, and it was exciting. It was an exciting time. The movie that we're talking about today is Asteroid City. Asteroid City is a comedy drama romance which is about this novel writer who he writes this play which consists of a man, a grieving father, and his kids, which they go to this rural town called Asteroid City, in which something happens to the man that changes his world viewpoint. And of course the runtime for the film is 105 minutes. It's in color and black and white. The rating is PG-13. And of course the film is written and directed by the great Wes Anderson, known for the films Fantastic Mr. Fox, Isle of Dogs, and The Grand Budapest Hotel. So I saw the trailer for this film. I was pretty interested by it. I was very much like, okay, this looks good. The cast is as star-studded as you expect in a Wes Anderson film, and I was intrigued. I was interested, and it looked very interesting. And I'm glad I got to say this film is great. I really liked this movie. I thought it was really good from beginning to end. I had a blast watching it. There's a moment I didn't expect from the movie that was kind of like, okay, it was getting a little hard to get used to, but I was enjoying it, and I was like, okay, I'm down, and I was like, all right, let's do it, because it was different. I didn't expect it. I expected a normal movie. I didn't expect it to be like a movie, but also like a behind the scenes of a play. So it was kind of weird. It was like, okay, I didn't expect that from the movie. It was kind of like you're watching a movie, and then they take a break to be like, okay, so the story of the writer. It was interesting. It was a very interesting perspective that I was like, oh, a little confused, but I was very much like, okay, I got into it pretty quickly, and I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was great. It was funny, it was comedic, and also dramatic. The performances all around by this star-studded cast is great. Everybody did a great job in their performances, specifically Jason Schwartzman, who plays this guy who loses his mother, and he goes with his kids to grieve pretty much. He didn't tell them about it, and he deals with how to tell them in the right moments, and which is the right moments and which is the wrong moments, and the difficulty of trying to deal with that and taking care of the kids and being the best he could. And I like Jason Schwartzman. He was really good in the movie. His performance is probably the best performance he's had since Rushmore. I would say his performance in this movie is great, and I thought he was a really good part of this movie. And you also got supporting cast, which is, I mean, again, I'm going to be here long because there's so many. You got Scarlett Johansson, who plays the actress who comes to Asteroid City, and yeah, she's good. I love Scarlett Johansson. She's one of my, she's always good in movies, and she's a damn good actress when she gets put to do the work, and I think she was really good in the movie. You also got Tom Hanks making his first appearance in a Wes Anderson film, playing the grandfather who has a little rocky relationship with Jason Schwartzman. And I love Tom Hanks. He's one of the best actors ever. And yeah, it was great. I thought it was cool seeing Tom Hanks, and he was really good in playing the part of the little grumpy grandfather. You also got first appearance by Steve Carell. I love Steve Carell. He's one of my favorite comedians. I love The Office, one of my favorite sitcoms. And yeah, he's this guy who just helps people. He's the guy who gives them food. He's like a bartender, or just a waitress in a way. And yeah, I love Steve Carell. He was funny in the movie. He was great. You also got Bryan Cranston, who's the guy narrating the movie. Bryan Cranston is great, and he had a moment in the movie that was funny. And you also got Edward Norton, who plays the guy, the writer. Edward Norton's good in the movie as well. You also got, Jeffrey Wright is in this film, who's just the leader of the Stargazers, and he's a captain, and yeah, I like Jeffrey Wright. You also got a returning Tilda Swinton, playing the scientists, which she likes the kids, and she wants to help them out, and yeah, Tilda Swinton's good in the movie. You also got, what's her name, the girl from Stranger Things, the daughter of Ethan Hawke, who's just a teacher, teaches the kids about history and the planets, and yeah, she was cool. She's a good actress, and she's getting into like some really good movies in her chronology of just being in a lot of good directors' movies, and yeah, she's good. She's a good actress. And What else, man? There's so many people. I feel like I'm losing. Adrian Brody plays like the guy who does the CGI of like the spaceship. That was cool, seeing Adrian Brody. William Dafoe is in it. He's in the movie doing something. Hell, even fucking Matt Dillon is in this movie, playing like, I think he's like a cowboy or something, or he just not a cowboy. Who was he? I think no, he was just the guy fixing car in the movie. Yeah, Matt Dillon's in this movie. And freaking the famous actor who plays the cowboy. Of course, the guy's British in real life, so him playing a cowboy was interesting. Yeah, he was good, and yeah, so many actors. Shit, there's so many people in this movie. Fucking hell. But everybody does very well for the parts that they're in. Even the little kids. I love the little kids. They play like witches, and they're also in their own way grieving the loss of their mother, which I like that. I thought it was cool. And also the son is a little antisocial. And Liev Schreiber's in it, playing the dad of this guy who dares himself to do things. So yeah, Liev Schreiber's good. There's so many fucking actors, man. That's why I hate movies like this, because there's too many. There's too many like actors in a movie where I might miss somebody because there's so many. But whoever I missed did good. All the performances, everybody did a damn good job. Direction by Wes Anderson's really good. This is a beautiful looking Wes Anderson movie. This is probably one of the most beautiful looking Wes Anderson movies. The shots and just the beauty of it. It's a really good looking movie. The writing, the dialogue is very quirky, very quick, very fast. What you expect in a Wes Anderson movie. The chemistry between the whole cast is great. I like the chemistry between the family and the dad and the kids. I think that's my favorite parts of this movie, is that kind of relationship and him dealing with his own dark personal life and dealing with that. And yeah, I thought the chemistry is great. The cinematography, again, it's just a beautiful looking Wes Anderson movie. It's everything you expect from a Wes Anderson movie. Very quick, very the shots are very symmetrical like you expect, and I really liked it. I thought the cinematography was really good, and the music score has a nice score to it, and the songs and the music. It feels like an old time classic from like the 60s. I loved it. And yeah, I thought it was great. I really enjoyed this movie. It's up there. I don't know where I would rank this in a Wes Anderson film, but it's up there. I thought this film was great. And yeah, for that, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars. It's worth collecting. I really enjoyed this film. I thought Asteroid City was great. Another great film by Wes Anderson, and I'm glad I got to see. This is my first time watching a Wes Anderson film in theaters, which is respectfully, after watching all his movies, I get to finally see one of his films in theaters, and it looks beautiful in the screen. And it's great movie. And the letter I'll give it is T for train, because there's a train in the movie, so why not? Might as well discuss that part. But a really good movie. Yeah, guys, those are my thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next review.